94.3 K232FH Breckenridge, the voice of the Valley.
Welcome back to John Randall Field, Day 2, morning number 2, the final day of the annual Post 20 tournament. Wahpeton coming through with a 12-2 5-inning win over Detroit Lakes to start off their play last night. And if they can get past Hankinson Lidgerwood this morning, they would set up a 2-0 showdown for the championship. And in this round-robin tournament, we're going to get a true champ if that happens, because somebody would be 3-0. I'm Robert Wanick here on the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. 10 a.m. first pitch. Wahpeton Post 20 hosting Hankinson Lidgerwood Post 84 and 88. It's a nice day for baseball once again here. Temperature right around 80 degrees. Dry skies. Winds gusting over 20 already this morning. But it's warm out. It's dry. It's a perfect day for baseball. And it's been a trip down memory lane so far this summer, showing back up to John Randall Field. First person I ran into this season was Wendy Kappas, the Batgirl, who made her cinema debut in 2023 when she was a big part of the Boys of Summer documentary I made alongside Madison Nelson-Gura and Noah Cluton. And today I run into a local legend, none other than Dean Kappas. Great conversation on the concourse with Dean, who many regard as the best baseball player to ever come through Breckenridge Wahpeton. He owns a 14 home run season. That is true. Over at Breckenridge High School, he was drafted by the Twins way back in the 1980s. I played Legion ball with Dean's son, Preston. Heck of a hitter and pitcher. He had a super 12-6 curveball that won us a lot of games. Maybe we'll have time to get into Preston's numbers later on. But back to the Wahpeton side, hats off to Dean. It's good to see him. Pulled open the newspaper when I was working at Daily News, and there was an article. First thing it said, Dean Kappas goes 4 for 4 with a grand slam, throws 4 runners out. So it's always good to see a legend in the house, and he'll be taking in a Wahpeton Post 20 game today as they host Hankinson Lidgerwood. Let's break down the box score from last night as Wahpeton blows open a 2-2 game in the bottom of the 4th against Detroit Lakes. See if we can't track down the stat sheet from last night for you folks. They were led by Aiden Hayek. He went all 5 innings, held Detroit Lakes to a measly 3 hits. He had 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 2 earned runs for Aiden Hayek. He also went 4 for 4 at the plate. He is now 6 for 6 through 2 wins this season, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles. He was followed by Rylan Flack. Cleanup hitter went 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a double. Kason Pincinalt stole a base, had 2 RBIs. Also hits for Trey King, Riley Jones, Carter Hawkert. Hawkert with a double for his only hit. King and let's see here, King and Pincinalt and Jones with singles. And King had a great day at the plate. He had a hit by pitch, 2 walks and a single. 1 for 1, 2 stolen bases for Trey King. We're going to take a quick break as Hankinson Lidgerwood wraps up their infield, outfield, running 2 camera angles for you folks today on KBMW News Live YouTube. So swing on over if you want to watch. When we come back, we're going to break down the starting lineups today, presented by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. Wake up with Wahpeton Baseball right here on the I3G Sports Network.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show. Wahpeton looking to stay unbeaten in its annual home tournament. They knock off Detroit Lakes last night in the 4 p.m. game, the final game of the day. That was 12-2. Post 20 scores 10 combined runs in the 4th and 5th innings. And we got a new lineup card. So let's make sure we get this all locked in so we can have the correct lineups for you. And my penmanship's about to get real shaky with how quick I write this down. Thank you, Art. We're about ready to go, so we'll get into the lineup. We'll just read it right off the cell phone here as we've had some changes for Wahpeton Post 20 after their 12-2 win over Detroit Lakes last night. They'll face Hankinson Lidgerwood. They lost 8-0 to a great Lemoore program. Post 20 will lead it off. Carter Hockert playing short, wearing number 20. Braden Steffens, he is playing center field, wearing number 6. Kason Pincinel, as we see some changes in the lineup card today. Chris Kapp is using this home exhibition tournament as an opportunity to move people around. Pincinel batting third, so he's up in the lineup. He's also catching, so Braxton Heitkamp will get the game off from catching, and he's actually going to move somewhere else. There's our lineup change. Rylan Flack in the cleanup spot. He's playing third base, wearing number 11. Riley Jones batting fifth, wearing number 2. He's pitching. Eli Kappas DHing, wearing number 10. Trey King, the first baseman, wearing number 13. Matt Peterson, he'll draw the start today. His first start, a stolen base off the bench yesterday. He'll play right field and wear number 9. Braxton Heitkamp, his first action. That's not with the catcher's gear on. He's at second base, wearing number 8. And Evan Doctor, his second start in 3 games after getting the night off yesterday. He will play left field, and he's being hit for by Eli Kappas. We'll take a quick break. We got to get this Wahpeton lineup transferred to the sheet so we can score this thing live for you folks. Hankinson Lidgerwood lineup when we come back. Game time was set for 10 a.m. We're probably going to be right on time here. You're listening to Post 20 Baseball, I3G Sports Network.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
All right, folks, after a quick revision of the lineup by Post 20 head coach Chris Kappas, we got the card for you, and we're ready to go. We'll get into the Hankinson Lidgerwood lineup here as well. Leading it off for them, the away team on the scoreboard, Matt Blado playing shortstop wearing number 3. In the 2-hole, Braze Froelich playing center wearing number 1. Jay Stenson bats third. He's on the mound today, and he's wearing number 7. Eli Jarabek cleaning up. He's playing third wearing 11. Parker Falk is playing left field wearing 10. Mason Mauk at first base, number 2. Playing catcher, it's Brody Marr. He's wearing 21. Austin Jarabek, the second baseman, is 38. Sam Krause, the right fielder, number 27. So both cleanup hitters wearing number 11 today, and both cleanup hitters looking to drive in some runs. Wahpeton with a slow start offensively to the season. 4-3 walk-off win against the Comets. They hung around, they walked it off on a wild pitch. Last night they were stuck on 2 runs until the 4th. Then they exploded, scoring 10 runs in the 4th and 5th to beat Detroit Lakes 12-2 in 5 innings, and it was led by the middle of the lineup. Aiden Hayek and Rylan Flack combined to go 7 for 8 with 3 doubles, 4 RBIs. Some shifting in the lineup today from Post 20. Lineups presented by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. As Kason Pincinel gets bumped up to the 5 spot. Actually, he might have been there yesterday, but he does move defensively. He is behind the plate for the first time today. Started off the first 2 games in right field. And what else do we have for change? Pincinel's in the 3-hole today. That's right, looking at the old lineup. So Pincinel catching for the first game this year, batting third, the highest he's been in the order. As Aiden Hayek is going to get, looks like, the day off based on the new lineup. I got to double check this. He's perfect at the plate, and he is going to sit the first game today. So they'll have Hayek on the bench to start this game. I guess he's earned a day off when you reach base in all 7 of your plate appearances to start the year. Other movement today, as I said, Matt Peterson, his first start of the season. He is in right field. Braxton Highcamp, it's his first start in the field. He was behind the plate to open the season, and it's also his first appearance in the batting order. We'll break for the national anthem. Post 20 baseball coming right up.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Wahpeton Post 20 getting set to take on Hankinson. Lidgerwood Post 84-88. Wahpeton off to a 2-0 start to the season. If they win today, they can match the Wahpeton Huskies' spring win total of 3 wins already in the first week of the season. And I know there's a difference in competition. You go from the EDC, which is a gauntlet, to Division A in the summer ball. But as the old adage goes, a win's a win's a win. And Wahpeton has made summer success a tradition here. On the mound today, his first start of the summer, it is Riley Jones. Has kind of a sidearm, maybe submarine style throw from second base. His pitching style, though, is more 3/4. As he drops down, hopes to get some movement on his fastball with that quirky arm slot, kind of Chris Sale style. You'll see it sidearm, you'll see it 3/4. Doesn't typically throw over the top. Doesn't throw overly hard either. He's going to get his first chance today. We'll see what his pitch mix consists of here on AM 1450 KBMW. That'll do it for the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. And let's take a look at another big ag sponsor. It's Red E Performance Ag Parts. Get signed up at rede-ag.com. Free air seeder inspections. They offer air seeder service, rebuilds, custom parts. Make sure your most important pass of the season is your best pass. Get a hold of the guys at rede-ag.com. So Riley Jones will start it off on the hill for Wahpeton Post 20. Leading it off, Matt Beledo, the Hankinson Lidgerwood shortstop, followed by center fielder Blaze Froelich, pitcher Jace Stenson, and in the cleanup spot, third baseman Eli Jarabek. We're ready to rock here, folks. First pitch coming up. Looks like 10:01. 82 degrees, windy, blowing hard left field today. Jones into the windup. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Second pitch of the game on the way, and Blado takes at the knees. Again, Jones, a guy who's going to want to keep things down in the zone as that ball comes in on a straight plane from a near sidearm delivery, and Jones will clip the outside corner. Excellent location from Riley Jones as that fastball worked its way through the zone. 1-2 to the leadoff man, Matt Blado. And Jones delivers strike 3. A little bit of pop on that one. Here I am saying he doesn't throw it that hard. It's 10 a.m. and he let that one fly. About 4 or 5 notches up in miles per hour from fastball to fastball there as Jones strikes out Blado to start the game. That'll bring up Blaze Froelich. He'll swing through the first pitch strike. Crowding the plate is Froelich. Crouched stance, very still with the hands, and he'll hit the second pitch softly to second base. It'll one-hop a second baseman. He'll make the play as Heitkamp. First action in the field today as an infielder, and the second batter of the game gives him a play. It's a nice play by Heitkamp, letting that one drop in front of him. Just an in-between ball. Took a nice little hop. We have 2 down in the first inning. Missing inside is Jones as he runs that one tight. Jay Stenson looking to extend the inning. And Jones goes back to that outside fastball, just pushes it a bit. 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 from Riley Jones. And that one is fouled, giving a look as first baseman Trey King. He won't get there. Jones looking to work his way back in the count. Early morning game here, folks. 10 a.m. start. 2 outs in the top half of the first, and Jones nearly hit Stenson. Jones into the windup. And that one is hit to right field, and it is hauled in. Good job staying put there by the right fielder, Peterson. So Peterson and Heitkamp draw the start today, and they both make a play in the top of the first inning. And Riley Jones holds Hankinson Lidgerwood scoreless. 1 strikeout, a ground out, and a flyout. Soft contact to start the game. Wahpeton Post 20 comes to the plate. Bottom half of the first coming your way after Hankinson Lidgerwood goes scoreless in the top. You're listening to Post 20 Baseball, the annual home tournament on AM 1450 KBMW.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Eggman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Back at John Randall Field, Hankinson Lidgerwood held scoreless in the top half by Wahpeton righty Riley Jones. Now taking the bump for post 84-88. It'll be Jay Stenson. Saw him play some shortstop last year against the Wahpeton Whoppers in an amateur wood bat game. He had an incredible backhand play in the hole to throw out the super fast Caden Kappas. So one would think he's got some good zip to his fastball. We'll see what goes down here with Stenson on the mound. Stenson with a slightly closed stance and a windup. Glove goes from face to belt and he'll fire. He goes curveball first pitch in the dirt. Stenson again staring over the top of his mitt. He'll drop down, high leg kick, and his second curveball clips the outside corner. Appears to be a 12-6 variety straight drop on Stenson's off speed. We'll see how much junk he throws today. That's back-to-back curves, and he'll throw a third ball. That breaks. This one stays off the plate. Nothing but slow stuff from Stenson to open this ball game. He's behind 2-1 to Carter Hawkert. And Hawker gets underneath it. Flies it to shallow left field. Drifting towards the line and making the catch is Parker Falk. 4-pitch out to start the game for Stenson as he gets Hawkered on the F7. Stats today presented by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. A couple sponsors of our upcoming Cowgirl Country documentary. Hope to see you at the premiere July 30th at NDSCS. Pitch is on the way from Stenson in the dirt. Ball 1 to Braden Steffens. Stenson toes the rubber and fires. And Steffens puts a good inside-out swing on it. It'll be foul. Steffens just trying to get the hands out on that inside pitch. Flips it to the right side. Count is 1-1. Stenson taking his time. Chest-high leg kick again. Off-speed pitch. Grounded in the hole. Through the hole at third base. So Steffens sits on the curveball. Catches it at the bottom of the zone and sends it through the 5.5 hole for the first hit of the game. 1 down, bottom 1. Braden Steffens reaches base for Wahpeton Post 20. Steffens with good speed will punch out on the camera. See if we get a play at second base. Kason Pincinalt moved from the 5 spot to the 3 spot today in the lineup. And they will check Steffens. Not much of a lead as he gets back easy. Breakfast sandwiches on the grill this morning. Looked like Matt Doctor was down there cooking up for everybody here as we have a very nice crowd for an early morning baseball game. Big lead now for Steffens. Kind of leaning back. He'll stay. Hard grounder left side. Fielded cleanly at third. Close play at second. They'll get the lead runner. And the ball comes loose on the transfer. So a nice play over there at third base to get the fast-running Steffens, the lead runner at second. Play was made by Eli Jarabek. Pincinalt reaches first on the fielder's choice. Steffens retired at second. That'll bring up Rylan Flack coming off a big game at the plate yesterday. 3 for 4 with a double. Essentia Health co-player of the game. Shared that honor with Aiden Hayek. Stenson working out of the stretch. He'll come set. Quick look over his shoulder. Long pause, and he'll deliver a curveball above the belt. Yeah, right at the top of the belt, actually. Clips the strike zone. 0-1. And that has been the pitch of choice here for Stenson, the curveball early on. I do not think it's a slider. It looks like it's moving up, down in the zone, and he'll check first base. Pincinalt back easy. It doesn't really sweep away or into the batters. And nice check of first base by Stenson before he gets on the rubber. Tries to get Pincinalt off the bag. Pincinalt able to catch his first base coach, Steve Hawker, to get back. Count is 0-1 here to Rylan Flack, the 4-hitter. And Flack gets underneath it, flips it foul, straight back. I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. I just love the makeup of this lineup. So you have a lineup right now with Aiden Hayek out, your top hitter, out of the ball game, your everyday third baseman, getting a rest day today, a maintenance day. But then you put Pincinalt in the 3-hole. And, you just plug and play because Pincinalt can swing the bat. Flack stays in the cleanup spot. Not much changes. This Wahpeton lineup is going to be dangerous this summer. 0-2 count to Rylan Flack. And we'll get a steal attempt at second. A nifty throw by the catcher, nearly in time. Pincinalt gets the steal, and catcher just kind of flipped that one sidearm. And yeah, you can see him shaking his arm. That kind of throw hurts the elbow when you're on your knees and you throw it from that arm slot. It was a good throw down to second base by Brody Maher, but Pincinalt in there with another steal. 1-2 count. In the dirt, 2-2. Catcher can't find it. Pincinalt heads up. He'll move over on the pass ball. So Pincinalt 90 feet away from breaking the stalemate here. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Deuces wild. And Rylan Flack at the plate. 2 RBIs yesterday. Stenson comes set. Ground ball, second base. Fielded cleanly. Thrown over to first to end the threat. Jams Flack. Flack rolls over to the right side. Wahpeton goes scoreless. 0-0 through 1 inning complete on your CFI scoreboard. Riley Jones on the mound for Post 20. Jay Stenson on the mound for Hankinson Lidgerwood. Back in 60 seconds, folks. You're listening to the Post 20 tournament on AM 1450, watching on KBMW News Live YouTube. It's all part of the I3G Sports Network.
Get your vehicle ready for the traveling season with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Right now, buy 3 select tires and get the 4th for just $1 with professional installation. Take advantage of up to $240 in stackable rebates on essential parts. From front and rear brake pads to rotors, shocks, struts, and tire pressure monitoring system sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
1 inning in the books, 0-0. Hankinson Lidgerwood in town for the Wahpeton Post 20 tournament. They lost yesterday 8-0 to Lemoore. Wahpeton won 12-2 against DL. And Wahpeton looking to move to 3-0. Riley Jones with a 1-2-3 first inning, a strikeout of Matt Blado, ground ball to second base by Blaze Froelich, and a fly ball to right field from Jay Stenson. Stenson comes out on the mound, gets Hockert to fly out to left. Steffens singles through the hole. Pinson out with a fielder's choice. Flacca ground ball to second base, and we are scoreless. Top of the second inning here, due up for Hankinson Lidgerwood. Eli Jarabek, Parker Falk, Mason Mauk. 7, 8, 9 will be Brody Marr, Austin Jarabek, Sam Kraus. Eli Jarabek playing third base today. One of 2 Jarabeks on the lineup card. And the righty crouches in the batter's box with a timed up bat wag. And he'll chop it to third base. Fielded deep in the hole by Hockert. Throw across the diamond, and it gets away from King. That was a very tough short hop. Not quite far enough away for a candy hop, not close enough for a pick. And we'll see how they score this one here. Tough play deep in the hole for Carter Hockert. Eli Jarabek runs well. And I think that's going to go in my book as a hit here, and it's going on the scoreboard as a hit too. So an infield hit for Eli Jarabek. Ryland Flack nearly got that moving to his left at third as the pitch is fouled off by Parker Falk, but it ended up being Carter Hockert deep in the hole, backhand side at short. Pretty strong throw, all things considered. The runner legs it out. Check over to first base. And he's back, so Jones puts that one pretty close to the bag in the dirt. Not a bad pickoff attempt from Riley Jones, and he'll come set here against Falk. First pitch is down and in. Second pitch is down and in, 1-1. And Hankinson Lidgerwood, even though they lost 8-0 yesterday, swing and a miss, strike 2. They played pretty good baseball, I thought. And, reading about the team in the preseason, they feel like they have a strong pitching staff and a strong defense, and the bats will come around. They view this kind of as a preseason spring training type thing, and it looked all right yesterday as we'll get a pop fly over towards the dugout, and it'll go in the dugout and bounce back out. As Trey King once again showing his good range at first base, he gets all the way over to the dugout railing, runs out of room. So a 2-strike count here for Jones, looking for his second strikeout of the ball game. Scoreless top of the second on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jones leans in, gets the sign, and comes set, glove resting at the belt. Quick look to first. He fires, nearly hits the batter in the grill. Count is 2-2. That one will brush you back as Parker Falk is standing in the middle of the batter's box. With a 2-2 count, nobody out. Trying to move a runner up. Another check to first base. Just seeing what's going on over there. As Jarabek gets back, plenty of time. And Jones ready to work. Out of the stretch, he'll deliver, and he misses upstairs. Count is run full. First full count of the ball game for Riley Jones. First start of the summer for Jones. Played the first 2 games at second base and shortstop. And the full count pitch on the way. Fouled back. No signs of stealing at first base thus far. We'll stay punched in on the batter and hitter and see who cashes in on the payoff pitch. Riley Jones trying to lock up the first out in the second inning after an infield single. Full count. Pitch is on the way. And Jones is going to strike him out looking. Looked like the batter, Falk, was making his way towards first. Delayed punch out, and Jones has 2 Ks on his ledger. Falk able to extend the AB with a foul ball, but the next pitch, Jones paints the knees with a fastball. First out of the inning, Jarabek standing on first base, or Jarabek on second base, excuse me. A nice pitch by Jones as he goes inside to the lefty, Mason Mauk, for strike 1. So Jarabek off to second base with a steal. In scoring position with 1 out. And they'll throw behind him. Throw is in time, right on his forearm. The throw, the tag, a thing of beauty. And Post 20 showing some defensive mastery to clear the bases. Jarabek picked off on the little wheel play as Jones swings around, puts that throw inches off the dirt. And a beautiful tag on the play. I believe that was Carter Hockert. Caught it right on the forearm. Runners off the board. It is 2 outs now, top of the second inning. And we'll get a foul ball early. Carson Zarek, Nodak Insurance Play of the Week nominee. Well executed pickoff move to second base from the righty Jones. Pitch is on the way, grounded under the glove of Jones over to second base, and Heitkamp has his second 4-3 putout of the game. So Jarabek starts this off with an infield single. He's picked off at second base. Parker Falk strikes out on a pitch at the knees, and Mason Mauk rolls over to Heitkamp at second base. And Hankinson, Lidgerwood, and Wahpeton Post 20 remains scoreless as Wahpeton takes to the plate, bottom of the second on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
You know the best thing about Twin Town Villa?
How much time you got. You know, I love the fact that they're a small, close-knit community within the community.
That's a great way to put it. The staff, the residents, everybody just looks out for everybody else.
And that's 24/7 attention for our dad. Plus, Twin Town Villa offers a la carte services, so Dad can choose what he needs and what he wants.
Yeah, and when the weather's nice, you can't keep Dad indoors.
A community within a community. That's what we're talking about. Stop out and take a tour at Twin Town Villa today.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Hankinson, Lidgerwood comes up empty-handed for the second straight frame against Riley Jones. Jones with the play of the game thus far as he teams up with shortstop Carter Hockert to pick a runner off at second base and end the threat. So here we are, bottom 2, Wahpeton trying to get the bats going as they did last night. Took them 4 innings to break through when they popped off for 4 runs and then added 6 more in the 5th against Detroit Lakes. And they will have Jones, Kappas, King at the plate, followed by 8-9, Peterson and Heitkamp. Both teams with 1 hit so far. On the mound, it's Jay Stenson. Worked a pretty clean inning to start the ball game. Gave up a single to Steffens. Was able to get out of the inning unharmed. So Riley Jones, the lefty, moved up a bit in the lineup today. Gives him a lefty, Hockert at the top, and then Jones in the 5 spot. So less space between lefty bats today for Coach Chris Kappas. Jones with a slightly open stance, and he'll take that curveball just above the belt. One of those curveballs with late break that time that entered the zone high. A little bit of deceiving where the catcher caught it. 1-0 to Riley Jones. And that one, again, just doesn't break soon enough for Stenson. Back-to-back curves up in the zone, 2-0. Into the windup. And a pitch that sails to the backstop as we finally see Stenson throw that 4-seamer, and it had the velocity we expected. It did not have the location. 3-0 count to Jones. And he's got a super high leg kick. I mean, he almost touches his chin with his knee. And he throws a fastball right down the middle, 3-1. Jones taking all the way. Jones, he's usually choosy on these 3-1 counts too. Not afraid of running it full. And he'll take up and out. So a 5-pitch walk for Riley Jones. And the leadoff man reaches. Bottom of the second inning. Third base runner of the game so far for Wahpeton, Eli Kappas, designated hitter at the plate. The righty will step out and get the signs. Jones at first base. Wahpeton taking very aggressive leads in this tournament. And the first pitch gets away. It'll be a pass ball. As you could see, the catcher, Brody Maher, looking over to first. I think he wanted to throw behind the runner, and the ball escapes his mitt. Jones advancing to second base on the pass ball. Kappas has an RBI opportunity, robbed of a hit on a line drive to third last night. And that curveball buckles Kappas as he starts bending backwards, and it finds the inner half. A wild fastball followed up by a curveball inside. Touché. He'll slide that curve away from Kappas, and Kappas can't reach. Swing and a miss, 1-2 count. So changing of locations as he uses the whole plate on those last two pitches. Stenson comes set. He'll spin and throw to second. Another great move. Jones not fooled. Head first slide. So both pitchers have employed a great move to second base. Jones able to get the runner off, and Stenson, pretty close play there with Jones. Back to the batter, 1-2, Eli Kappas, pitches on the way. He sits on the curve, hits it to shallow center, and it's measured for the out. So that one hangs in the air a little bit. Catch made by Blaze Froelich. Kappas is retired. One down runner on second for Trey King. Again, Trey King with a huge game yesterday, reached base 3 times. Reached base 4 times, actually. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and a single, I believe, if my Breckenridge math is correct, which is not always the case. And he's at the plate here. He'll take strike 1. King looking for his first RBI of the campaign. And Stenson delivers and hits him. So King standing still as a statue. He'll wear that one on the backside and trot down to first base. Second time in as many days he's been hit with a beanball. And fun fact, a lot of people say beanball. It is beanball because way back in the late 1800s, they used to call your head a bean. So they tell the pitcher, hey, hit him in the bean. So there's your little baseball knowledge for the day. As Wahpeton has 2 runners on base, King, the hit batter, takes first. It's Peterson at the plate. Little sweeping pitch breaks away for ball 1. Tough spot for a double play here as Peterson runs extremely well. Stenson, high leg kick, fastball outside, and he is getting plenty of speed and run on his fastball. He is just not hitting the strike zone. If he can get that in the zone, it'll be tough for Wahpeton to catch up with all the curves they've seen. Stenson set in the stretch with 2 on, and he fires and nearly hits the brim of the helmet as Peterson ducks out of the way. Stenson in danger of walking the bases full here, 3-0. And the 3-0, knee-high, outer half. There's a good-looking fastball. We'll see if he can double down. Stenson is set, peeks at second, fires home. Late swing from Peterson, fouls it back into the net. Just behind on that fastball, you know, when you're seeing 60 miles an hour on the curve, and then you see upper 70s, low 80s on a fastball, that is tough to touch. Count is full. And the pitch is up, eye level, ball 4. Stenson with a big sigh on the mound as Peterson awarded first base. Bases are loaded for Post 20, 1 out in the inning. Scoreless in the bottom of the second. Braxton Heikamp's first at-bat of the summer in Game 3 comes with the bases loaded in the 9 spot. Calling a Braxton Heikamp hit here. First pitch to Heitkamp misses outside. As they say, any way on, a walk would produce an RBI as well. 1-0 to Braxton Heitkamp. Bases loaded for the 9-hitter. Heitkamp, a little twitch on that front leg as he couldn't pick up the curve, and it clips the outer half. Count is 1-1. You could see he was looking fastball, and it messed up his load. We'll see if he gets back on his timing. And it looked like he was going to toss his bat, like maybe that curveball hit him, but he hangs on to it. It's ball 2. 2-1 count. Heitkamp looking for something he can drive. Runners everywhere. And he'll take outside. A great job watching that pitch. Slider style pitch that broke about 18 inches off the plate. 3-1. A walk would score a run here. And Heitkamp takes strike 2. Hits the inside corner just above the belt. And Stenson, a big pitch there with the bases loaded to fill the count. Payoff pitch, Stenson versus Heitkamp. And it's up. Heitkamp uses his eyeballs to manufacture a run. That is a 6-pitch walk in his first AB, and it comes with the bases loaded. 1-0 as Jones opens the scoring for Wahpeton Post 20. Scoreboard today presented by Carlson Family Insurance. And we'll get a quick mound visit here brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. Once you know who they are, you won't build any other way. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. It'll be Matt Blado on the mound. So Stenson is done. Bases are loaded after he walks in a run. Heitkamp on first base, Peterson on second, King standing on third. Jones came in to score. Wahpeton with 1 down in the inning. We'll break for 30 seconds. When we come back, Matt Blado trying to work his team out of a bases-loaded jam here in the Post-20 tournament.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Wahpeton scores first here in the first game of the day as they get a bases-loaded walk from Braxton Heitkamp in his first AB of the summer. Kid does his job. Riley Jones scores. It's 1-0 against Hankinson Lidgerwood on your CFI scoreboard. Taking over the pitching duties now, it is Matt Blado. He comes on in relief of Jay Stenson. A straight switch. Stenson goes to short, and the good news for Hankinson Lidgerwood is they get a tremendous athlete now up the middle at shortstop as they bring the infield in, trying to cut the runner down at home. Home to first situation here against the lefty, Hockert, and if Hockert can pull something hard, it's going to get through the right side as the second baseman and first baseman are breathing down on the plate. So Carter Hockert, with the bases loaded, will face Blado. First pitch skips off the plate, 1-0. You know, and Wahpeton will take a walk. He'll take as many free runs as he can before you have to swing and put it in play. 1-0 to Carter Hockert. And Hockert hits that one to center field, drifting towards left. It is shallow. Catch is made. They'll send the runner. We may have a play at the plate. Here it comes. And head first gets the left hand in there. Safe. Trey King on the shallow pop fly. I said it in the season opener. I think he's the fastest kid on this team. We don't got a stopwatch, but that ball barely made it out of the infield to left. King able to tag up and score the second run of the game. Close play at the plate. Head first slide is always faster than a feet first slide. King knows the game. It's 2-0. Wahpeton Post 20 on your CFI scoreboard. RBI for Carter Hockert at the top of the order. Brings up Braden Steffens. He has Wahpeton's only hit in the game. Steffens grounds that hard third base side foul. So Wahpeton up 2-0 on one hit. Great plate discipline. King was hit by a pitch, a sacrifice fly, a walk with the bases loaded. There it is again. Wahpeton Post 20 School of Small Ball gives them an early lead. 2-0 to Steffens. Or 0-1 to Steffens, excuse me. 0-2 to Steffens as he watches that pitch on the outside corner. One down, runners on second and third for Post 20. And Steffens will hit that shallow right field. And it is hauled in. So that is the third out of the inning, folks. 3 outs in the inning. Hockert represented the second out on a sacrifice fly, so a productive out. And Steffens ends the inning on an F9. Steffens now 1 for 2. Wahpeton only 1 hit in the game, but they got 2 runs as they get a walk from Riley Jones, a hit by pitch for Trayton King, a walk from Peterson, and an RBI walk from Highcamp, followed by a sac fly from Carter Hockert. Wahpeton leads 2-0, 2 innings complete here at the Post 20 tournament. You're listening to AM 1450 KBMW and watching on KBMW News Live YouTube.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Top of the third inning, Wahpeton pitcher Riley Jones off to a stellar start in his summer debut. 2 scoreless innings, 1 hit allowed, and he's back out for the third with a 2-0 lead on the Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hankinson Lidgerwood running into some pitching problems in that inning. A hit batter, a handful of walks as Wahpeton scores 2. Wahpeton nearly bats around in the second inning. Brody Maher, 7-8-9, 2 up as they'll try to flip the card around and give Matt Blato a shot at the top of the order. It is catcher Brody Maher. Lidgerwood Post 20 today with the, kind of the men's softball league style jerseys as they have stars on the arm plate, white arm sleeves, blue jersey, red numbers, colors everywhere, fitting for the 250th birthday of America here in American Legion Baseball. First pitch is in there, 0-1 from Jones. Second pitch, and that one drops a bit and gets a swing over the top. That one had some sink to it from that sidearm slot as Jones has an 0-2 count now against Maher. Jones into the windup, bell tie leg kick, and foul tip to the dugout. And Jones has kind of a unique delivery where when he breaks that knee across the belt buckle, he breaks his hands apart. So ball does not stay in his glove the entire way. And he generates some snap with his arm. 0-2 from Jones. And he'll get a tapper to third. Fielded chest high. Flack throws a dart across the diamond. Plenty of time to King. 1 pitch, 1 out for Riley Jones, as he has retired the last 3 batters he's faced, 6 of the first 7. Austin Jerabek, the 8-hitter at the plate, wearing number 38. And he gets hit on the bottom of the elbow guard, turning away from the pitch. Not a whole lot of contact there, but it does glance that Evo shield. All these kids are decked out like Terminator out here. They kind of look like Optimus Prime or something. Shin guards, elbow guards, sliding mitts. But I got to say, the way the game has changed, all those pieces of equipment serve a purpose. We saw it right there, is you don't want to get hit on the elbow. Evo Shield kind of takes the sting off that. So a hit by pitch for Jerabek. He's on first base, bringing up Sam Krause in the 9-hole. And barring a double play, we will get the top of the order for Hankinson Lidgerwood. And that's a strike. 1-1 count. Tom Thielen behind the dish today in the field. Josh Nordick. Josh was the crew chief of last night's Wahpeton game. And up and in as Jones Continues to miss on that inner half to start the frame. Jones throwing, harder than I've seen him throw when he's been on the mound today. He's looks nice and loose. Trying to rein it in, and he overthrows that fastball. It dips outside. So a 3-1 count here to the bottom of the order. Hankinson Lidgerwood trying to get something started here. 2-0 Wahpeton, top of the third on your CFI scoreboard. And here's the 3-1. And that's hit up the middle, and it's through. So second hit of the game, a clean single. It lands near second base and shoots to the outfield. Sam Krause does his job in the 9 spot. So both 9 hitters today making their impact felt early on. Braxton Heitkamp, RBI walk, and now a 1-out single from Sam Krause of Hankinson Lidgerwood. 2 runners on for the top of the order. Matt Blado struck out to start the game. He'll chase a high fastball. You could see the dust from the mitt on that pitch as he's behind 0-1. Jones goes to first. Sneaky move, not in time. And it looked like Jones was going to go to second on that play, and the first baseman hesitated, or the runner at first hesitated, but able to get back. We'll punch out on the camera, make sure we don't miss action on the bases. And the 0-1 misses upstairs, 1-1. Jones looking to get a grounder here. And he will. It's a tapper to second base. And it's going to hit the runner. So Wahpeton catches a break there. The only play for Heitkamp would have been first, but instead the lead runner gets himself out as the ball hits him in the heel. You don't see that every day, as Sam Krause is retired for the first out of the inning. And Jarabek will be forced to stay at second on the interference. Blado to first on a fielder's choice. Brings up Blaze Froelich, ground ball to second base in the first inning. So 2 outs in the inning. Just like that, Jones has a chance to slam the door. 0-1, Jones tries to snap one off, and it doesn't spin right by the batter's head. Outfield playing straight up, right field playing in. That's Peterson out in right field. Froelich, a smaller hitter with great speed. Sometimes those guys also have great hand speed, and that can generate some sneaky power. So Peterson needs to be on his toes on the right side. 1-2. Off the plate, in. And he'll get struck out. Might have been a mix-up on the pitcher, but Pincinalt had to slide over about 1.5 feet to catch that one, and it clips the inside corner. And a strikeout for Riley Jones to end the game as he jams to end the inning as he jams the hitter. Still trying to process that last K there, as I think maybe Heitkamp was set up on the outside corner, Pincinalt set up on the outside corner, and the pitch ran in because Pincinalt had to do a hockey slide, kind of like a goalie, get to that inside pipe and catch that strike. But nonetheless, Riley Jones ends the inning with a strikeout. 3 straight scoreless frames for the righty to start the ballgame. Wahpeton will take a 2-0 lead to the plate in the bottom of the third on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Post 20 coming to the plate after Riley Jones strands a pair of runners with a strike 3 looking on the inside corner. He had 2 on, 1 out when a ground ball hit the runner going to second base for the second out, and then Jones takes care of business on his own accord. So Wahpeton leads 2-0, bottom of the third on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 3-4-5 due up. It starts with Kason Pincinalt. Pincinalt reached on a fielder's choice and stole second his first time, got as far as third. He takes ball 1 inside. Matt Blado on the hill in relief, and Pincinalt will follow that back out of play. So a 1-1 count here. Blado righty versus righty against Kason Pincinalt. Pincinalt will check his swing and lay off a curveball that just misses upstairs. Great discipline by Pincinalt, 2-1. And the 2-1 is rifled up the middle for a single to center field. Pincinalt squared that one up, returned to sender. Wahpeton has the leadoff man on for the second straight inning. That's Pincinalt's honey hole there, right up the middle. He likes to stay on those pitches that are down. Just goes down in the zone to get them. Keeps the bat on plane. A lot of ground balls up the middle. Pincinalt stays put. First pitch is down, and Blado cannot buy a strike in this inning. Blado trying to get back to the zone here, 1-0. Pincinalt with a healthy lead and inching forward. He'll stay put, pitch, bounces even with the plate, a wild pitch as it skips off the mitt. So Pincinalt takes second base, he'll hold there. Rylan Flack at the plate. Flack reached on a fielder's choice, or Flack grounded out to second in his first appearance, excuse me. 2-0 count to Rylan Flack, cleanup man. And that one nearly hits him. You know, Flack probably could have stood in there on that slow bender and wore it, but when you're swinging the bat the way he is, I think you'll take your chances at an RBI opportunity rather than a cheap hit by pitch. Counts 3-0, however. Pincinalt, big lead at second, and the 3-0. Knee-high center, 3-1. Right down the middle there from Blado. And trailing 2-0, he's got to come with something to Rylan Flack. Flack hoping he serves it up on a silver platter. 3-1. Little pause in the windup, and he'll hit the knees on the outside, very bottom of the kneecaps there at the front of the zone. That was a gutsy 3-1 pitch from Blado. Count is now full to Rylan Flack. First base open, Pincinalt on second. And he'll take first base on a curveball that couldn't have missed by much, and Hankinson Lidgerwood sleeping, so Pincinalt steals third. 2 stolen bases in the ballgame for Pincinalt, and I think both teams kind of expecting a strikeout there. It's just a close pitch to take on 3-2. But it can't connect with the inside corner. So Flack walks Pincinalt to third. We have runners on the corners for Wahpeton. Bottom 3 with a 2-0 lead. Riley Jones, the lefty at the plate, and I would not be surprised if Post 20 lays a bunt down here. Jones certainly capable of laying down a sacrifice bunt, more than capable of legging out a hit as well. He can both push up the line and pull down the line. Runner goes. Pitch is down, and the shortstop will cut it off and catch Pincinalt off the base. And he's safe. Josh Nordick taking his time to make the call there. It appeared he was looking to see if Pincinalt's hand got to the bag. He got the angle he wanted, and Pincinalt just able to get back. The trick play pulled off perfectly by Hankinson Lidgerwood as the shortstop comes and fields the ball in front of second, throws behind Pincinalt at third, but he's in. So runners on second and third. Pitch was called a ball. And that one's a strike as Jones takes a hack at it. So Flack with a stolen base, and we now have 3 steals in the game for Post 20. Nobody out. And Jones takes upstairs. Blado set. And Jones will hit that one to center field. Should be a sacrifice fly. It is shallow. And here comes the throw to the plate. It's on target. It's in time, and the tag is made. Perfect loft on that throw. Excellent trajectory from center fielder Blaze Froelich, and he beats Pincinot by a mile. Pincinot runs right into the tag, and holding on to complete the play is your backstop, Brody Maher. Big-time defensive play. We might have to slide that one into Carson Zarek Nodak Plays of the Week. 2 down in the inning. Flack with a heads-up play, however, to tag and take third, but Pincinot retired at home plate. Runner at third with 2 outs for Eli Kappas. Looking for his second RBI in 3 games. He had the sacrifice bunt that put Wahpeton up. He'll chop that one to third. Should be an easy play. Throw made across the diamond. So Kappas retired on a 5-3 first pitch grounder. Play made by third baseman Eli Jarabek. Tossed over to Mason Mauk. And they'll work a scoreless frame. Runners on second and third with 1 down. Blaze Froelich catches a ball in shallow center, right center, and throws a missile to the plate. Well, not really a missile, but it beat the runner. The timing was perfect. He put a little bit of loft on it, easy for his catcher to handle, and Maher didn't have to move at all at the plate to get the out at home. 2-0 Wahpeton Post 20 as we head to the 4th inning in a great ball game here to start the schedule of the Post 20 tournament. You're listening to AM 1450, watching on KBMW News Live YouTube, all part of the i3G Sports Network.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Top of the 4th inning, Wahpeton squanders a scoring opportunity. Well, Blaze Froelich took it away from him. Nice catch in center field, and he fires home to get Pincinot on the tag. And Wahpeton goes down scoreless. 2 runs in the 2nd inning, the only runs of the game. Scored by Post 20 as they lead 2-0 on your CFI scoreboard. Jay Stenson will start the 4th inning for Hankinson Lidgerwood. And that pitch nearly hits him. Jones was a picture of precision to start the ball game on the mound. He has been up and in pretty consistently since then, but he has held this lineup to just 2 hits. Both teams with a pair of knocks. And Stenson's going to line that one over to second base, and it is caught in the air, just barely over there by Braxton Highcamp. So Braxton Highcamp's debut game at second base this summer. 2 ground ball outs, and now a line out. And Chris Kappas is starting to show that this team has defensive utility. Peterson in right field today, his first start there. Pincinot's first start behind the plate. Jones, his first start on the mound. We saw Aiden Hayek play, he was penciled in to play second base today. So he's another option off the bench. And that pitch is going to drill the batter right in the rib cage. So Eli Jarabek gets hit right in the ribs with a fastball. A little bit of wince out of him right away, but he'll get down to first base and throw some dirt on it. So Jerabek is on with 1 out. Parker Falk to the plate. And Jones at the knees, low and out. A great pitch to the righty. Jones delivers. And he'll miss just off the plate. 1-1 as that cut fastball moves away. Parker Falk at the plate. Hankinson, Lidgerwood right in this game, 2-0, but Falk will chase a fastball up and in, and that has been where Jones has missed in this game, but he'll get some help from the batter. Hankinson, Lidgerwood typically plays solid defense. We've already seen it with an outfield assist. They are not out of this game. As Jones misses underneath the hands, 2-2. High and tight from Riley Jones. Runner on first, Eli Jerabek, not much of a lead at all, and Jones has not checked over there. They don't suspect he's stealing. Jones fires home, and that one is hit to right field, and it is foul. About 12 inches off the line in right field. And that would have been a big single, as Jerabek likely would have took third. But instead, Jerabek heads back to first, and the count is 2-2 now to Parker Falk. We were talking about all of Dean Kappas' home runs in the pregame, and we got another guy up here apparently, Chad Affield, a couple career home runs. Hats off to Chad. Grounds crew over here doing an excellent job, as that one is fouled towards first base and hauled in by Trey King. And this field is looking pretty pristine. I said in the first game that the infield looked like a fairway. It had the mower lines on it. It was all edged perfectly, and this field is really shaping up at the nicest ballpark in the state, if I do say so myself. So Parker Falk flies out to first base, second out of the inning. Mason Mauk, the lefty, steps in. And Mauk can't reach the outside pitch, not enough bat, 0-1. Jones working fairly quick into the stretch, and his pitch sails outside. Pincinall to quick look to first, but he'll hang on to the baseball. Big crowd over here in the terrace seating down the third base line, soaking up some early morning rays, and a nice breeze here at JR as Jones will check first base. First time he's went over there against Jerabek, but Jerabek staying at home. Count is 1-1 now. And a nice looking pitch with the batter crowding the plate, but it's just inside. It's 2-1. And if Jones can go inside and hit that black on the plate, that's going to be tough to handle. Jones leaves that one over the middle. Mason Mauk unable to make him pay. Foul ball. Deuces wild on the scoreboard. Hankinson, Lidgerwood with the tying run at the plate as they trail 2-0. Fourth inning on your CFI scoreboard. Jones with a 2-2 count. Takes his time, fires. That one is sent to center field, and it'll two-hop Braden Steffens. So a two-out hit for Mason Mauk as the lefty hits it fairly hard up the middle. Jerabek to second, Mauk to first. Brody Marr grounded out to third in the third inning. And he represents the go-ahead run here in the top of the fourth. But Hankinson Lidgerwood is going to have to do something with 2 outs already on the scoreboard. Third hit allowed by Jones in this game. And Jones misses up the ladder, 1-0. Jones with a hit by pitch in this game. 2 hit by pitch, no walks. A couple 3-ball counts, but no walks, and they nearly get the runner at first base. You always got to hold your breath as Josh Nordic takes his time to get the call right in the field. But they came in and played behind the runner there as Trey King not holding him on, and they almost caught him with a sneak attack. Count is 1-0. And a big swing and a miss by Brody Marr as he falls over the plate. His neon yellow bat sweeping through the zone. A big cut from Marr, and the count is 1-1. Another big cut. He gets underneath it. It is over by the foul fence. Hayek finds the fence. Or Flack finds the fence. Did he catch it? It gets out of play. Flack did a tremendous job of getting to the fence and then locating the ball. Big, tall kid. The fence is about waist high on him. And it looks like the ball bounced back into play. So nearly a web gem against the tubing by Flack, but the count is 1-2. And Jones wraps up the at-bat. Inside fastball with a strikeout as Maher can't catch up with the Riley Jones four-seam. Third out of the inning, Jones with another scoreless frame, and a debut start for Riley Jones is going great so far for Wahpeton Post 20. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Due up for Wahpeton Post 20, King, Peterson, Highcamp. We'll see if they can get back to the top of the order and add to this 2-0 lead on AM 1450 KBMW.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Ready for the bottom of the fourth as Riley Jones gets out of a jam again with a couple runners on base, and Hankinson, Lidgerwood still searching for their first run. Post 20 takes a 2-0 lead to the plate. Trey King will start the party. 7-8-9 due up for the home team. Looking to move to 2-0 and reach the championship of their round-robin home tournament. The first pitch nearly hits King as he actually kind of leans his lower half into that. Ball one inside. Twins baseball will follow today, about a 12:30 pregame, 1:10 first pitch, if memory serves me right. 1-0 to King. King slaps that into center field. It's a single. And that is a sign that you're seeing the ball well when you're hitting it up the middle, and Wahpeton has taken 3 different singles to center field. So Trey King with a single after hit by pitch his first time, and he has now reached base in 6 consecutive plate appearances. That one is hit to right field, trailing towards the line, hauled in. So Peterson flies out, F9. Caught over and right there by Hankinson, Lidgerwood outfielder Sam Krause. And if Trey King can reach one more time, or if he can reach in his next AB, he will tie his teammate Aiden Hayek for the longest active on-base streak at 7. 7 at-bats. King on first, Braxton Highcamp, RBI walk. His first time. King goes, Highcamp gets it down, it's right back to the mound. And that's a tough spot for Post 20 because King has that base stolen if Highcamp just doesn't put the bunt down. And I'm not sure that Chris Kapp has wanted Highcamp to bunt there, as he's kind of pacing around third base. But the bunt goes right back to the mound. 1-3 put out as Blado retires Highcamp. 2 quick outs. King on second base. Top of the order now, Carter Hockert. Hockert with the sacrifice fly, RBI. and a fly out to left field. Hockert was quiet yesterday, opened the game with 2 strikeouts. He doubled in the late innings. Had a tremendous spring in the EDC with a .347 average. And that pitch misses just off the plate. Blado falls behind the leadoff hitter 2-0 with 2 down. And tonight we will announce our outstanding spring athlete for KBMW. Stay tuned to our Facebook page to find out who takes home the seasonal sports honors. Ball is in the dirt. Finalist Jackson Riggs, pitcher and catcher for Breckenridge Baseball, along with Ella Stewart, a pitcher for the national championship NDSCS softball team. Summer Nagel, multi-time state champion this year in her 7th grade track and field season. As that pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1, 3-1 to Hockert. And then we have 2 Storm softball players, Marley Mumm with her sub-3 ERA, and Addie Dodge with her 22 extra base hits. Winner announced tonight on KBMWnews.com Facebook. Hockert falls that one back. Count is full with 2 down. You know, it's always tough. We don't leave it up to fan voting because, you know, the populations of the 2 towns are different, and we don't want it to be a popularity contest either. We just do our due diligence and try to get it right. As the payoff pitch is on the way, runner goes, and King will steal third base. King's first steal of the game, had a couple yesterday. And so far, and he's going to go home here. And they're going to throw him out. So a little bit of confusion on the bases. King tries to take home after a delayed attempt at second base there by Hockert. And he's out, so that'll end the inning. So we thought we were going to get a quick break between batters. Instead, Trey King tries to catch Hankinson Lidgerwood sleeping and scamper home after stealing third, and they'll catch him at home. So the inning is over. Wahpeton goes scoreless, and Hankinson Lidgerwood finds a way to keep themselves in this game. We'll see if they can finally get to Riley Jones or if the Wahpeton righty will continue his success. 2-0 post 20 heading into the top half of the 5th.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
So if you weren't watching on KBMW News Live YouTube, we'll break that play down a little better for you. Carter Hockert walks, and Trey King steals third, and then Carter Hockert tries to just keep on walking to second. Hankinson Lidgerwood throws it over there, then they go home as King tries to take home. And if King scores and then they get Hockert out in a rundown for the third out, King's run still counts, but they're able to get King at home plate. So 2 plays made at the plate by Hankinson Lidgerwood, and they have kept themselves in it, trailing 2-0 as we start the 5th inning on your CFI scoreboard. And Jarabek will hit that one to third base, fielded cleanly by Flack, and once again, plenty of time to spare as Flack shows off that arm for the first out of the inning. So Austin Jarabek grounds out on the 5-3, brings up the 9-man Sam Krause. He singled last time up, 1 of 3 hits for Hankinson Lidgerwood. He'll take strike 1 on the outer half. As Jones, even when he's ran into trouble, he's been able to get out of these innings fairly quick. An efficient outing from Riley Jones, and he'll get the chase pitch on a check swing inside. Puts the handcuffs on Krause. 0-2. We'll see if Jones goes high and tight. Good night again. Here's the pitch. And he does. Strike 3. Jones pushing that fastball closer and closer to the hitter. And Kraus can't handle it as he strikes out. Jones with a marvelous first outing here, trying to hang on as his team leads 2-0 in the top of the fifth. Post 20 can go to 2-0 in this tournament with a victory. Quietly 4 strikeouts for the three-quarter righty, Riley Jones. Top of the order now, Matt Blado 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice. And Jones just climbing the ladder and turning up the heat on these fastballs in this inning. Aggressive approach from Hankinson Lidgerwood. He'll go inside again, this time a take by Blado, 2-1. And I don't think any of those fastballs so far this inning have been in the zone, but the batters have liked what they see. 2-1. Chopped over Jones' head. Fielded backhand at second base, bobbled by Highcamp, and that's probably going to be an infield hit as Blado runs extremely well. Indeed it is. So a fifth inning infield single as Blado probably beats that one out, even on a clean play by Highcamp. So 1 on, 2 outs. Blaze Froelich 0 for 2. Jones, 4 straight scoreless innings for Post 20. And Jones misses just below the knees. Shin-high fastball to start this AB. And if Jones gets out of here, he's almost assured the 6th inning, as he'll draw a foul ball, 1-1. Blaze Froelich, the number 2 hitter at the plate. Jay Stenson due up next. Should Froelich reach? Jones 1 out away from making it 5 straight scoreless innings. That one is hit softly to short. Clean play by Hockert. Underhand flip to second base. And Jones does it again. 5 zeros on the scoreboard. Post 20 leads 2-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th inning, as Wahpeton will lead it off with Steffens, Pincinalt, and Flack. A 2-run lead. It is the annual Post 20 home baseball tournament. Scoreboard today presented by Carlson Family Insurance. Stats presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. I'm Robert Wanick here on the i3G Sports Network. Back in 60 seconds.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
So Riley Jones, a great debut outing here on the mound. Braxton Highcamp playing solid at second base today in his first action there. Matt Peterson has made at least one play over in right field. Kason Pincinalt doing a good job behind the plate as Wahpeton makes some defensive changes today, trying to see what works, some moving parts, and they hold a 2-0 lead against Hankinson Lidgerwood, so they can't take their foot off the gas. And the offense has been hit or miss, a mixed bag. It has been inconsistent this year. But the one thing Post 20 does, and the one thing that they've done traditionally over the years, is take advantage of mistakes and make it hurt. A few walks here and there. Batters not afraid to wear a pitch. They'll turn an error into 2 bases, and that has allowed them to start this season 2-0. A walk-off win on Wednesday on a wild pitch. They laid down 3 bunts in the final 2 innings in that game, and the wild pitch came on a squeeze attempt. So Wahpeton just puts the pressure on you all game, and when you crack, they turn it into runs. But they'd feel a whole lot better if they could get the bats going today, as they did last night late in the game. It starts here in the Wahpeton order. 2 spot with Braden Steffens. Steffens, a single and a flyout so far. Pitch sails behind Steffens. Good job getting the bat out of the way. Seen a couple of those in my years. A pitch behind the batter and he hits the bat and goes fair. Chaos breaks loose. 1-0 to Steffens. And that pitch bounces 2-0. Plato, wide stance in the windup, glove at his belt. Belt tie leg kick, drops in an off-speed pitch, 2-1. Can't locate the fastball, so he switches it up, takes a bit off, and finds the zone. Plato into the windup. And he'll miss high. Count is 3-1 to the leadoff man. Walks have been an issue. Flack with a walk. Peterson with a walk. Highcamp with a walk. A walk for Hockert. 2 hit batters. And the 3-1's on the way. Ground ball left side. Fielded cleanly. Thrown from the grass. And he will retire. Braden Steffens. Blato actually at third base now, so Blato making the play. On the mound in relief, Eli Jarabek. So Blato lifted from the mound, and he's able to get the first out of this inning. Blato will settle for a no decision in relief today. And that brings up Pincinalt, and that pitch misses both batters' boxes. 1-0. Steffens retired on the 5-3 to start the bottom of the fifth. And Wahpeton, it seems like they're in control of this game. They have a 2-0 lead, but there's just not much insurance. And Pincinalt will hit that to left field, and it'll drop for a hit. That ball slicing downward, and Pincinalt has himself a single. Now 2 for 3. He has reached base in all 3 of his appearances. 2 stolen bases as well, so keep an eye on first. And Ryland Flack comes up 1 on, 1 out for Wahpeton. 4 hits apiece in a very evenly matched game between Post 20 and Hankinson Lidgerwood. First pitch is outside, snap throw to first. And that throw was received in foul territory, making a tag almost impossible. Runner gets back. Flack with a 1-0 count. And the pitch from Jarabek misses up and out, a carbon copy of the first ball. Two-0 count to Ryland Flack. And it hits him. So another hit batter. And Wahpeton taking what they can get today, showing some moxie at the plate. That brings up Riley Jones. Jones walked and scored in the second inning, flew out in the third. Pincinalt to third. Flack to first on the walk. Pitch to Jones. He takes a good cut at an outside fastball and can't connect. 0-1. From what I've seen, Jones is primarily a pull hitter from the left side. In contrast, where Carter Hockert likes to go opposite field from time to time, Jones likes to get in front. He tries there, but he falls out on his front foot. 0-2. Back-to-back swinging strikes from Jarabek to Jones. Jones trying to stay alive and extend the inning. And he'll take high and out. Big lead at second base for Case and Pincinalt. Shortstop sneaking in behind him. First baseman is playing in front of Ryland Flack, so he can get off as far as he wants. And Jones will take the second straight pitch. High and out. Count is back to 2-2 to Riley Jones. Jones trying to help his own cause with a hit here. Tremendous outing on the mound. And the 2-2 is down and out as Jones takes a pitch that just misses. And the count is full. A great AB from Riley Jones. Trying to put a stamp on it here. His team leads 2-0 on the CFI scoreboard. Full count. Pitch on the way. And Jones will take at the letters. Comes back from 0-2. Loads the bases with a walk. And Eli Kappas steps to the plate. Kappas a fly out to center field. A ground out to third. He has put the ball in play this year. His batting average on balls in play not too great, so we would expect some better results in the luck department. We'll see if that happens here. First pitch nearly hits him in the knee. 1-0. And Kappas always a good bet to help your on-base numbers. And even when he goes through slumps, he sees a lot of pitches. Gets hit a lot too. And the 1-0 Swings through a fastball, 1-1. Foul tip into the mitt of Maher. Good time for Kappas to break out here with a 1-1 count, one down. Runners everywhere. And a fantastic play by Maher as he backhands a ball that landed in front of the plate to keep the runners stranded. Eli Kappas gets ahead in the count, 2-1. Pressure moment from Jarabek, trying to stay in the game. And Kappas hits that one to left field, but it's drifting in. Is it deep enough for a tag? No, it's not. As the wind took the sails out of that ball, coming over to make the catch behind third base, taking charge is Jace Stenson. So 2 outs, as that ball just did not carry enough for Eli Kappas to record the sacrifice fly, and Trey King comes up. King has reached base in 6 straight plate appearances. Trying to make it lucky number 7, and King will chase a fastball that dances away. Good cut on that fastball. Looked like a 2-seamer from up here in the Heaven Gene Dietrich press box. It is 0-1 to Trey King. Second pitch gets away momentarily. Good hop by Maher. Got just enough leather on it. Loses the mask and holds the runners. Maher's had a pretty good day behind the plate for Hankinson Lidgerwood. Count is 1-1. Jarabek trying to leave him loaded. Trey King trying to break it open. And King will take a ball that just misses inside. 2-1. King will sit fastball and look to do damage with that heavy swing. Here's the pitch. King takes off the plate, 3-1. Next ball would score a run. Maher bounces the ball back to Jarabek on the mound. And he has to deliver here for Hankinson Lidgerwood. 3-1 count. And Jarabek hits King. So Trey King ties Aiden Hayek for the team high streak. 7 straight plate appearances where King has reached base. And Wahpeton scores another run without getting a hit. Bases loaded, hit by pitch. Pincinel comes in to score. Flack to third. Jones to second. King to first base. His second hit by pitch of the ball game. First pitch is outside. So we update your CFI scoreboard on KBMW News Live YouTube. 3-0 Wahpeton. Peterson at the plate. And Peterson takes a strike that hits the knees. Paints the outside corner. Nice pitch from Jarabek. His defense has been out there a long time without a lot of action. And that one is hit to short. Double play opportunity. Fielded cleanly. Play at second base. Double play not needed as that ends the inning. So a ground ball. Nice play as that one hopped right up into the stomach of Stenson, but he was able to field it cleanly and flip it to his second baseman. Wahpeton scores 1 run as they load the bases. Trey King gets hit for the second time. That goes in the book as an RBI, early Essentia Health Player of the Game candidate. We'll be back here with the top of the 6th inning. We got a close one, post 20. Tacks on another. It's 3-0 Wahpeton, leading Hankinson Lidgerwood on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Get your vehicle ready for the traveling season with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Right now, buy 3 select tires and get the 4th for just $1 with professional installation. Take advantage of up to $240 in stackable rebates on essential parts. From front and rear brake pads to rotors, shocks, struts, and tire pressure monitoring system sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Riley Jones will head back out there with a chance to preserve his shutout bid 5 straight blanks on the board from Riley Jones. He'll have to get through a tough part of the order if he wants to keep them off the scoreboard, as Hankinson Lidgerwood will bring up Jace Stenson. Top of the 6th inning. It is 3-0 Wahpeton Post 20. Looking to stay unbeaten early on here, first week of the season. A 4-3 walk-off win on Wednesday against the Post 400 Comets. A 12-2 late explosion to knock off Detroit Lakes in 5 innings yesterday. And now a 3-0 lead as we get into the winning innings. It's Riley Jones on the bump for Wahpeton, his first start of the summer, and he is cruising along. He has scattered 4 hits. So Jace Stenson will start it off 0 for 2. He did line out to second base his last time up. And he'll tap that one in front of the plate, and it will bounce foul. It looked like it hit the bat. It looked like it hit the bat and bounced foul. Bat in fair territory. I'm not sure how you deal with that, but it's a foul ball. He dropped the bat right in front of the plate, and the ball bounced off it. 0-1. The 0-1 is hit hard to center field. Steffens will range over to his right and make an easy catch. So a 2-pitch out for Riley Jones as he continues to work efficiently. Working smarter, not harder out there on a hot morning at John Randall Field. Stenson retired on the fly ball to Steffens in center. Brings up Eli Jarabek. First pitch to Jarabek in the basement, 1-0. Outside. So Jones falls behind. You'd love to see this kid notch a complete game today, but we are in the 6th inning, so it starts with a quick second out here. Instead, he'll nearly hit Jarabek. 3 straight balls from Jones. Jones working in the windup. 1 down, bases empty here in the 6th inning with a 3-1 lead. He'll stay alive in the count. Strike 1 with a fastball down the center. 3-1, 1 down. Jarabek at the dish for Hankinson Lidgerwood. Jones will fire the 3-1. And just off the outside corner. Fastball that stayed on plane at the ankles for ball 4. 5-pitch walk for Eli Jarabek in the 6th inning with 1 out. Hankinson Lidgerwood trying to cut into a 3-0 deficit. They've got 5 outs remaining. Jones comes set in the stretch. And the first pitch is hit up the middle. Double play opportunity. Hockert tries to field it on the bag and touch, but he won't make the play. So an E6 will give Hankinson Lidgerwood a pulse. I think Hockert just got so excited that he had the ball right on the base when it got to him. But it looks like it hit him in the hand as he's shaking his fingers. It would have been a tailor-made double play for Hockert right on the base, but instead, Falk will reach. That brings up Mason Mauk. First error of the game by either team. Moves Jarabek to second base. 0-1 count to Mauk. And that one is chopped to second. Another tailor-made double play. The touch over there, the throw to first. Unassisted. Double play by the second baseman, Braxton Highcamp. Have yourself a debut game at the Keystone. That is now 3 assists and 2 putouts for the young Braxton Highcamp, and it keeps the shutout intact. 3-0 heading to the bottom of the 6th. Wahpeton looking to score for the second straight inning. Riley Jones pitching a shutout, folks. Stay tuned. We'll see if he can finish it up. You're listening to Post 20 Baseball, the annual home tournament. Post 20, 1 inning away from staying undefeated.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Braxton Highcamp with an unassisted double play. No, I guess it wasn't unassisted. He tosses it to first, but he gets the ground ball, gets the force himself at second to the backhand side, and completes it with an on-target throw to first base. And that escapes a jam for Wahpeton Post 20, and Riley Jones has now fired 6 consecutive scoreless frames in his debut start of the summer. 4-3 double play ended the inning off the bat of Mason Mauk. We'll see who's coming up to the plate for Wahpeton. It'll be a pinch hitter for Braxton Highcamp. Dylan Veerstraight will pinch hit for Highcamp in the 9 spot. Carter Hockert back to the top of the order up next. Pitch on the way. Veerstraight swings at the outside pitch, foul tip, but his body moving to the pull side takes him away from the pitch. 0-1. The 0-1, a little bit of stickum on the grip there, as that one bounces in the grass. Jerabek, 1-1 pitch, sails over the helmet, 2-1. And Wahpeton has used some control issues to just bleed some runs across. 3-0 on just 4 hits and no Hankinson Lidgerwood errors. And a big swing from Veerstraight. 2-2, a good-looking swing. Pulls his head a little bit, and the count is now 2-2. He sits on the curve nicely, but he can't connect as it drops off the face of the planet for a Jerabek strikeout. Good-looking strikeout pitch from Jerabek after really struggling with a couple wild ones to start the AB. So Dylan Veerstraight, the pinch hitter, retired on a Jerabek strikeout. Top of the order, Carter Hockert. Hockert with a sacrifice fly, RBI, and a walk. He has reached base one time. He'll hit that one hard to first. Nice glove over there. And the touch for out number 2. Hard hit stinger by Hockert as he pulls it right up the line. And a nice play by Mason Mauk to stay in front of it. 1 unassisted in the scorebook brings up Braden Steffens. 2 quick outs in the 6th for Wahpeton, and they only lead by 3, folks. And Steffens gets underneath that one, hits it to left field. Center fielder coming all the way over, but it will be the left fielder. So they have a good laugh about it, and Steffens is retired on 1 pitch. Jerabek with a great inning to give his team a chance in the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 Wahpeton leads as we had top of the 7th inning, excuse me. So Hankinson Lidgerwood will come to bat in the top of the 7th. They'll need to generate at least 3 runs to keep this game going, as Wahpeton scores 2 in the 2nd inning and 1 in the 5th inning, and that's all for the scoring today, folks. We'll see if Riley Jones comes back out before we hit break. We're on shutout alert if he does. And it looks like Jones is now at second base. So Jones with 6 shutout innings, he hits the end of the road, and he's hoping whoever comes on in relief here can help him earn his first win of the summer. We'll break back in 60 seconds. We'll find out who's coming in for the save chance. Post 20, trying to move to 3-0 as they take on Hankinson Lidgerwood.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
So Riley Jones, he's done on the mound after 6 marvelous innings. 6 zeros on the scoreboard from Riley Jones using that unorthodox 3/4 sidearm slot and keeping the hitters off balance today. He's in line for the win. The man who's called upon for the save, Kaysen Pincinalt, trying to do his best Louis Varland impression. Talk about the Twins getting rid of a good one. Louis Varland up to 8 saves on the season, ERA of .26 for the Toronto Blue Jays. But the Twins, I think they've been better than we expected this year as they're hanging around in the AL Central. They will be on today, 1:10 first pitch. But Kaysen Pincinalt down here at John Randall Field, trying to get his first save of the summer. 3-0 Wahpeton as we hit the top of the 7th inning. Hankinson Lidgerwood comes to bat. Looking for their first win in the tournament, post 84-88. They lost 8-0 to a good Lemoore team yesterday, but they played pretty good baseball. I mean, you could tell they got some ball players out there, some kids who know what they're doing, and they're still trying to get warmed up for the season. They have given themselves a chance here. Down 3 in the top of the 7th inning, leading off for Hankinson Lidgerwood. It'll be the 9-man. No, it will not. It'll be 7-8-9, folks. It'll be, looks like Brody Maher is going to lead it off. Or do we have a pinch hitter? We're going to get a few pinch hitters here to round out the 7th, and we'll see if bringing in some subs will extend this ball game. Gunnar Ilg will pinch hit here, number 5. He'll pinch hit for Brody Maher. He takes ball 1 outside from Pincinalt. So we got a pinch hitter on deck as well. 7-8-9 due up. Down to their last 3 outs, last stand for Hankinson Lidgerwood, and that one is fouled off. 1-1 as Pincinalt evens the count. Man on deck is Tyson Falk. So the only 2 reserves for the team today, Gunnar Ilg at the plate now, Tyson Falk on deck. They'll get their opportunity to pinch hit, top 7. That's a ball outside, and Gunnar Ilg is stepping out of the box before the pitches even get there. So if Pincinalt can just find the zone, he can even this one up. 2-1. And Ilg will chase the high cheddar, 2-2. Pincinalt gets some help. We'll see what he goes with here. 2-2 pitch. First batter of the inning in the dirt outside. Count is full to the pinch hitter, Gunnar Ilg. Payoff pitch on the way from Pincinalt. Right down the middle. Ilg taking the whole way. And it's a backward K for Pincinalt to start the 7th. Wahpeton has played some close innings this year. Again, a 4-3 walk-off, a game they trailed until they took a 1-run lead in the 6th. And then it was tied, and they had to come back and walk it off against Post 400. And then it was 2-2 through 3.5 innings against Detroit Lakes. And now it's 3-0 in the 7th. So Wahpeton getting some good experience early in the season. Pitches on the way from Pincinalt. Swing and a miss as Falk falls into the other batter's box. Tyson Falk, the pinch hitter, hitting for Austin Jarabek. Second pitch off the handle, fouled back, and Pincinalt is in business. 0-2. And this would be a great way to cap off the morning for you Post 20 fans if Pincinalt could strike out the side for the save. And a curveball is fouled back. No, it's not. So it is a strikeout, but a heads-up play by the pinch hitter Tyson Falk as Braxton Heitkamp, who played second base for the first 6 innings, moves to catcher, and he can't handle the curveball. So a strikeout that gets past the catcher for a pass ball. Tyson Falk gets on base. So essentially a chance for Kaysen Pincinalt to record 4 strikeouts in this inning, and he gets strike 1 to the 9-man Sam Krause, a foul ball. Runners should be cautious here as they need 3 runs. That one is hit hard to the left side. Flack cannot get there as he barrel rolls on a single through the hole. Third baseman covered ground and got to the ball, but just stumbled over the top of it. So Sam Krause singles through the hole on a ground ball, moving Falk to second, and we're at the top of the order with the tying run at the plate. It's Matt Blado, a single in his last appearance. This game is not over yet, folks. First pitch to Blado is a dirt ball, 1-0. If Wahpeton can get the second out of the inning here without somebody scoring, win probability goes through the roof. Matt Blado trying to change those plans at the plate, and it's 2-0. Highcamp blocks it. He can't find it, but again, the runners, they're going to be cautious. You don't want to get thrown out at the base on the bases with your tying run at the plate. Hankinson, Lidgerwood, 5 hits to Wahpeton's 4, but they trail 3-0 in the 7th. And it's the wheel play at second base. It gets through to center. Nearly drills the batter the runner in the ear hole. As it's a true timing play, the shortstop does not get there before the throw. They want to arrive at the same time as the runner. Makes for a potential collision. It makes for a potential throw hitting the runner as well. Count is 2-0 to Blado. 3-0 to Blado. Ball 4 would load the bases with 1 out. Hankinson, Lidgerwood putting their rally caps on in the 7th. Kaysen Pincinalt comes set. Big pitch. And the 3-0 right down the center. 3-1, and it's a start for Post 20. Blado, Froelich, Stenson due up, representing the top of the order. 3-1 to Blado. That one is popped up somewhere on the infield. And Ryland Flack and Carter Hockert take a couple business days to decide who's taking that one. And at the last second, Hockert sticks his glove out and catches it at shortstop. So nearly disaster for Post 20, but they do communicate, albeit late. And there's 2 down after Blado is retired on the F6. Blaze Froelich trying to keep this game alive. And the runner really thinking about that pickoff at second now as he's moving left and right. First pitch misses in to Froelich. Froelich 0 for 3 on the day. 1 strikeout. Pincinalt comes set. Froelich's going to hit that one to short. Fielded by Hockert. Close range throw to his second baseman Jones. And that'll do it. A 3-0 victory for Wahpeton, who moves to 3-0 on the season, and a sterling start to the summer as they will play for the championship of their round-robin home tournament later tonight. If Lemoore can take care of business in the next game, then Lemoore would be 2-0 as well, setting up a true champion at 3-0 when all is said and done. Wahpeton rides a fine pitching performance from Riley Jones. He fires 6 shutout innings. Kaysen Pincinalt locks up the save. And Post 20 stays unbeaten. We'll break it all down in a couple minutes on the Miller Realty post-game show. Post 20 puts the W up.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit EssentialHealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome to the Miller Realty postgame show, a tradition of knowledge, integrity, trust, and experience. Wahpeton Post 20 finds a way to improve to 3-0 on the season, and that is your final 3-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And we'll get into your Essentia Health Player of the Game right away. We got to tip our cap to the starter today, Riley Jones. You know, I talked in the pregame, Jones, maybe not some stuff that's going to blow by you on the fastball. Well, this morning, he must have had his caffeine, must have went to bed early, something. Said a prayer to the baseball gods because his fastball had some serious play on it. He was able to pick up 4 Ks, 6 scoreless innings from the right-hander, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hit batters. He gives up just 4 hits in 6 innings of shutout work to earn the W on the mound. Kason Pincinalt closes it out, but your Essentia Health Player of the Game, Essentia Health here with you. Riley Jones, a 6-inning shutout. A great game from Riley today. The second baseman slides to the mound and picks up the 3rd straight win for Wahpeton. Just very impressed by him. He was able to battle through some 3-ball counts. He was able to induce soft contact all night. He got a double play up the middle, a couple force outs at second base, as he was able to make life easy on his infielders. Wyndmere Lidgerwood not a hard hit ball today off of Riley Jones. Your Red River Agency play of the game. We'll go defense and we'll give one to each team here. Hankinson, Lidgerwood, they were able to end an inning when Blaze Froelich caught a ball in shallow right center. The center fielder threw a pinpoint dart to home plate, just had the perfect sail on it, and Maher was able to make the tag to retire the runner at home and end the inning. So an outfield assist, you know, we don't see those at home very often in Legion baseball. It was perfectly placed, and he got rid of it in a hurry to end the inning. And for Wahpeton Post 20, the pickoff play early in the game, I believe second inning pickoff play. Jones threw it to Hockert, and it was a perfect throw. You know, you want your fielder to catch it on the runner. That's exactly what happened. Hockert caught the ball. His glove was already resting on the hand of the base runner at second base, and it prevented him from getting back. So a beautiful pickoff play called by Coach Chris Kappas, executed by pitcher Riley Jones and shortstop Carter Hockert, and the outfield assist from center to home by Blaze Froelich, as both teams share Red River Agency play of the game, presented by agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard. We'll take a look at your State Farm stat report here. For Wahpeton, Carter Hockert at the top of the order, 0 for 2 with a sac fly, an RBI sac fly and a walk. Braden Steffens, 1 for 4 with a single. Kason Pincinalt, 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 steals. Rylan Flack, 0 for 1, was hit twice and walked, so he reached base 3 times and stole a base. Riley Jones, 0 for 1, 2 walks and a run. Trey King was hit by a pitch twice, and he also hits a single, so Trey King has now reached base in his last 7 plate appearances. Not bad to have in the number 7 spot of the order And Braxton Heitkamp 0 for 1. He did walk. And Peterson also goes 0 for 2, but he did walk. So a lot of traffic on the bases for Wahpeton. They only had 4 hits, but they get the job done by drawing some walks. And they got to the starting pitching pretty early on in this one. Starting pitcher today, Jay Stenson. He came out in, I believe it was the 3rd inning, as we don't have the live stats here. Came out in about the 3rd inning, cruising along, gave up a couple runs. And, just not enough today as his offense doesn't come alive, as Stenson failed to record a strikeout in the ball game, as Wahpeton struck out just 1 time all afternoon, and it didn't come until the 6th inning. So the only strikeout came on Wahpeton's last inning, as they were on the ball all day against this Hankinson Lidgerwood pitching staff. So Hankinson Lidgerwood drops to 0-2 in the tournament. They will play again today. Wahpeton will play later in the afternoon for the championship. And if Lemoore can play the way they've been playing, for years now, a really good Division B team, they may very well be the 2-0 team who takes on Wahpeton to end the afternoon. I'm Robert Wanick. This has been a presentation of the I3G Sports Network Post 20 home tournament. Post 20 is off to a 2-0 start. We do not have the game tonight. We will pick back up next week on the 10th. Doubleheader right back here at JR as we get into East Division play. A very important one against the West Fargo Vets. Thank you for tuning in one more time with the final. Post 23, Hankinson Lidgerwood 0. Your hometown Wahpeton team is off to a 3-0 start as they'll play for the championship of their home tourney. I'm Robert Wanick signing off from the iconic John Randall Field.
AM 1450, KDMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the valley.